James, and think. About to do the finishing touches on these Marines. Hopefully get the... Then I have 2 more steps after that, which will be to touch up with the little purity seals, then the varnish, and then the base. So I need this color. And I need bleach bone. Oops. Okay. Oh man, I need to replace my water pretty soon. It's like really, really low. Let's see. There is in fact a 24-hour sun. Just well, I kind of figured because of the tilt of the Earth, but I mean, I wouldn't honestly have known. 24. Let me look it up. 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Months from approximately March. So the North Pole has a midday sun for about 6 months. Yes, the sun can shine for 24 hours a day in Antarctica during the summer months. It's a phenomenon known as the midnight sun or polar day. When it happens, the midnight sun occurs around the summer solstice, which is around December 21st in the southern hemisphere. How it's happened? The Earth's tilt, of course. Let me see. Hold on. I will say though, imagine having a midday sun for 6 months instead of just 24 hours. Is it daytime or is it nighttime? Who knows? Let's see, is that the only one? I think so. So I know there's a lot, it seems to be a lot of commotion for that streaming group. Did they finally get things organized and prove it for themselves? There's a guy that's doing a physical. Nothing was proven. Only some people said it wouldn't happen. In fact, only one guy on the trip said it wouldn't happen. Only one guy. Well, no longer is it one guy. Could only imagine it's denies. Nah, man, I'm dreaming right now. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is all an illusion. Oops. Well, at least they proved it for themselves. They saw for their own eyes. It was alright. What's yours, James? Make sure I didn't miss any purity seals here. No, I don't think so at all. I mean, that's the beauty of about being a skeptic. It's the fact that so long as you're willing to admit when you're wrong, I think that's a beautiful thing. Hey, what's up, Foxhole? Foxhole Games. So what games do you play, Foxhole? I'm assuming 40K is one of them. Game Workshop games mostly. So, do you play like all of them, or I know how to say? Do you play? I'm guessing Underworlds, Kill Team, Age of Sigmar, 40K, all these? I guess it's easier to maybe ask what don't you play of of Warhammer or Games Workshop. Ah, none of the skirmish games then, like Kill Team or the I guess Mordheim. I'm not exactly sure of the other ones. Okay, looks good. Did you play Fantasy? Especially since I don't know if they're gonna re-release all of Fantasy or not. It'd be kind of strange, I guess, to kind of have two Fantasy maybe games going on, two different rules. Do you keep up with the old world stuff? Cause I played Fantasy and I really liked it. I love the rules and combat. I think the armor saves and all that really made sense. Are they going to try to bring it like completely back, or they just I don't know, they just bring back a few things and then that's it? So I don't really keep up with it, but I've noticed that they released Bretonian, um, the skeleton guys, then orcs, then dwarves apparently. I thought they were just going to bring back like a few armies and that's it. Because I have Beastmen, and I'll only play Beastmen in AOS or Old World. Or yeah. Okay. Wait for them to dry. Huh. Thought he had a. I find that kind of strange. I mean, I wonder what's proving to be more like more what more people tend to play as now. Is it gonna be Old World or is it gonna be Age of Sigmar? Who's gonna win the race? Right now I'm just doing touch-ups on these guys, or final details, and I'm going to be doing touch-ups. And then after that, seal it and base it. And my makeshift assault intercessors will be done. Did you play your game, by the way? Okay. Does he have any freaking seals on him? No, he doesn't. Interesting. Alright, time for the patchwork on the blue. And I think they'll be um, ready for priming, or varnishing actually. It was kind of meh. My opponent had technology, no characters, and he had only 3 units. Eradicators, and oh, I don't know if that's legal though. I think you have to have a character. You have to have a warlord. I think you're required to have a warlord. Now again, obviously if you're just playing for fun, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it is a 500-point game after all, and Eradicators, good lord. So was it a meh game? Man, forgetting your oath is gonna hurt. Considering, especially with the new oath now, it's, in my opinion, I think it might be stronger than the old oath. Call me crazy. Idea how the little bit of this work a bit bad taste in my mouth after I beat him. I felt a bit sad. That's right. Throw him to the ground and spit in his face. Paint. Kick him while he's down. Hopefully you detract him from wanting to play anymore. Oh, good lord. You made it even better, Paint. Should a 12-year-old who's the boss. uh, Jesus. I've been checking win rates, and Space Marines suck now, and I dropped even lower post AOC nerf. That's what happened. Wait, did they release the new win rates with the data slate? Paint man is gonna be all right, man. Well, that makes it even better. Man, it's okay. The main thing is to have fun, man. But I don't, obviously people want to win. For me, I like playing Space Marines because they have the lowest win rate. I stopped playing Tau when they went up to 50%. I'm like, that's not good. Ooh, that's still a little full. Can't really add any more liquid to that. Oh, really? I need to see that because I'm curious as to what the win rate is too. I mean, they bumped Gilliman so much in cost. I think they put him back to what his original cost was. I definitely want to see the tournament data for sure. Time to do some patchwork here. I'll call the lion dude. I got called. Should listen for last hour. Mom asked me to do it since it's basically no school today. Got work to do even when you don't have school. So what you call about the 2 damage there, Think? What do you mean? I mean, that 2 damage is pretty good, considering he has sustained hits too. He's a beast at wrecking, horde. I didn't mean to hit my mic like that. Back, but it went up 30 points. Yeah, Gilliman got 2 of his codexes and went up 65 points? 60 or 65 points. I mean, I get kind of why he went up. Why did you see the crab I posted? I did a little bit. I did actually a little bit. The thing is, though, I did want to say something about how it's still called crab, even though they're land-based. Because the A in crab's aquatic. Why would it still be called crab if it's non-aquatic? I'm being nitpicky here, by the way. They took it away just to give it back a year later. Yeah, he was pretty. That fights first is really good, though. I mean, you have a Primarch that has essentially a save against everything. There's nothing he cannot save against. So long as you activate the right ability, of course, of course. Stays hating Marines. Well, I mean, my Marines were at 40%, so if we went above 40, then they got buffed. But not by much. We went from 40% win rate to 41. All right. It's a step in the right direction. I know, but give me this one. I mean, again, it's just trying to help you out with the writing and stuff. So people are going to ask these kind of questions, those who are technical or who are very lower accurate kind of deal, Paint. So trying to kind of, I guess, not necessarily train you in this, but you're going to have a-holes like me kind of nitpicking a little bit, you know. But it's more curiosity. It's like, there's nothing necessarily wrong with writing the way that you did, especially with the females in that one lore, and then, but if you have a legitimate way of explaining that, then it would make perfect sense. You can write the lore and keep it the same. You just have to explain why if you want to, or you can change it if you want. It's all up to you. You're the writer there. Or you can tell me to screw myself and say you're gonna keep it that way anyway. The new stuff is fun and interesting, but we're just too nerf anymore for me to try, but it's fun. That's cool. Well, I mean, I recently played my Marines against the new Plague Marines, Death Company. Death Company? No, sorry, not Death Company, Death Guard. I won. I'll admit the guy isn't exactly the best player, but he knows his stuff. He just needs to stick with one freaking army. He plays like 50 different armies. He literally buys an army, pays someone to paint it, and then gets bored with them, sells it, and then buys a new army. So he has an issue with sticking with one army. I think he could be a very good player if he just sticks with one freaking army. Or at least keep one army that he plays seriously, and then, buy and keep the armies that he has. Because he spends a lot of money, and he just keeps selling them, ends up buying them back anyway. At one point he said demons were going to be his army. I think he sold those. He said Votan was going to be his army, and it's currently kind of his army, but he is playing Death Guard at the moment. So, I don't know. Dude just rotates, literally rotates through armies, and ends up going back. Like I think he literally owned every army at one point. He played Dark Eldar. He played, well, he played literally almost every army. If he stuck with one, I think he'd be a pretty decent player. I'll go back and reread them again, but that's the thing that kind of stuck out to me was the sheer fact that you still call them sorry. Again, it just like I don't know why. You could change well, again, you could probably in sense of a lore it's just change like they are crab based equipment but have a different name for it because of their switch functionality. So you don't have to call it crab again. You could call it like they're modified crabs, you could say, but don't call them crabs. That could be confusing even within the lore itself. You won't be confused, but you have to kind of look at the realistic of the people within the lore itself, saying why do we call this crab if they're not aquatic? Also, just give them a completely different name, and then to explain how these things came to be is say that they're modified. They saw how well that they did aquatically and how useful they are on land that they've modified the crab to have this version of it. Very simple things like that. Yes, exactly, exactly. So you would call them like a modified crab, or but you won't call them crab because like car manufacturers are M crab is the crab. And the thing is, though, is that militarized doesn't necessarily mean that it still takes away from the crab because it could be an still aquatic type military equipment. But you look at it in terms of like vehicles where they have a single chassis that they have like SUVs that are built in this not chassis, that's not the right word. The frame. They have a SUV that goes in a frame, a truck that goes in a frame, and a car that goes in a frame. It's all the same frame, but the different exterior, and it has it's the same base frame. So yeah, just think of a new name for things that are not aquatic, but in lore you could say that it's based on the crab equipment or the vehicle, crab vehicle. It's been modified. Like a new group saw the benefit of the aquatic and decided to militarize it, so they made their own versions of it, or not made their own versions, they modified the crab. Again, ways to add a little bit more lore to it. Figured out something, and I started writing a bit lore of the Shadow Ludens. Not more modification than this guy's probably needed a little bit. Well, little tweaks here and there, paint. Paint, yeah, okay. Look up HS. Crustaceans recover aquatic bone. You forgot the fast but slow jelly acoustica annoyance sound wave creatures too, making a ruckus. I mean, it's well, it wouldn't be sound waves per se, but it is wave pressures in the deep sea. If you have a crab, a salmon, and a shrimp, and a Japanese guy run over by a steamroller, which one doesn't belong? The steamroller. Oh, the salmon doesn't belong. The other three are all crushed. That's, I get it. I finally get it. I finally get it. Okay, I finally get it. It took me a minute. It took me a minute. I still say the steamroller doesn't belong. Well, I can't wait to get these guys done. I was thinking about ordering like more regular intercessors, just because of how good that ability is. And still, I think I definitely want to check out the stats because I want to see where it's at. No, he's gonna stick with 40k. Plus, probably where he lives doesn't people don't play that game. Do people over there play Conflict 47? I mean, I wouldn't get into it if there's not people there, unless you like the models, which I will say the models that Tiki showed, especially the latest ones with the schoolgirl. I'm like, I'm on board. No one I know plays it, but it could just be fun. Yeah, exactly, for sure, for sure. Next Word Gaming Club does. You might have better luck finding people playing Infinity where you live than Conflict 47. That sounds like an American-made game. Or is it British? I have no idea. Maybe British people make very good like tabletop wargaming. Man, I still need to find a freaking pistol for this nub of a hand over here. so I can finally be complete with these guys. Two guys are missing bolt pistols or dagger actually. Things that you can play bolt action. So. 30 years, whenever I saw cool World War II figures, I'd buy. Keep the chop. Yeah, I was thinking about that honestly, Pate. I was like, maybe I'll just like do something with it where it's like he got his hand chopped off. Because if I can't find the bolt pistol, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Civilian rehabilitation aimbot. What? What are you talking there, Fox? Oh, crab. Got it. I kind of figured so. Civilian rehabilitation aimbot. Make it sound more mechanical, like a robot. Yeah. Yeah, it took me a little bit. Had to use my brain power on that one. Not much left of it, but still. So many models to paint. Tentacle hand, and use them whenever you run your Azure Angels as Alpha Legion. Ah, I was thinking like when you said tentacle hand, it made me think of the Emperor's Children. Because don't they have like tentacle stuff? Not Alpha Legion. Alpha Legion is not mutated, I don't believe. I'm not really thinking much of anything. Crew recovery assistant bomb. That's not bad, but I probably wouldn't keep it crab all the time, you know. But you could add something to it, like militarize. Uh, but a nod to chaos in a small way that doesn't bother the rest of the army. Plus the green stuff. Tent, it's easy. Brother, what's going on with your hand? Don't worry about it. Focus on the mission. God, what's his name? Leonidas or whatever the dude's name. I smell heresy. Crab is the ultimate form. Well, okay. I mean, I mean, just change it just a little bit in terms of like what was I can't remember what the original name was. If you could type in the original name of what crab was, I'll see something that I could help you out with there. Maybe if I can think anything. And what's that, Francois? Construction repair aquatic builder. Okay, well, actually, they're definitely going to have to, because if it's going to be militarized, it's not going to be a construction and repair. Here's a description how many military brigades are named. They're almost always an acronym. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. But how do you militarize that name right there? By still retaining crab, but also retaining maybe some of its aspect. It's not really, you can't really retain that as a military vehicle because there's nothing military about the name. So it's gonna be almost a completely new name. Just in terms of like you can't retain repair. I mean, you could retain repair perhaps, but then it's not going to be an assault vehicle. All right. Combat reconnaissance armored battle suit. Hmm. There you go. Not bad. That's actually really nice. Yeah. I mean, it would be a reconnaissance type of combat reinforced armored battle suit. Combat reinforced armored. Well, armored and reinforced may be similar. But yeah, that's pretty good actually. You're getting there, and still retaining the crab name. And clearly, with that name scheme like that, you know it's a modified form of the crab vehicle. Civilian residential assault. What's with you in rehab, man? Are you going through something, Fox? Is there something we need to know? See, combat reinforced armored battle suit. Fox is a commissar. The heretics and traitors. Commissar brings his guy inside the battle suit, comes out by himself. So what happened to the other guy? He was rehabbed. He had to go rehab. He won't be back for a long, long time. As a matter of fact, you may never see him. Bioframe? I don't think it's made out of anything bio in it. But again, you have to ask the lore master here. Paint. Getting a lot of good names here and ideas, man. I'm trying to do a lot of touch-up paint here. In the hope that the shape of biological, that it's not a biohybrid. I mean, they're all really good, but most USS stuff is mechanical. Yeah, exactly. So I was gonna say like you had up there, combat reinforced armored battle suit might be a pretty good one. I mean, the reinforced and armored are a bit of double worded, I guess. Let's see. Crab could work for the space one. Um, combat reinforced combat reinforced assisted battle suit. I don't know. Funny, Fox. Funny. spawns attack bug. It's not a bug, it's a crustacean, so bug's not gonna work there. That's looking good. So tomorrow will be the day where I varnish these guys and then hopefully base them too at the same time. I'll be done with my finally with my assault intercessors. My 110-man squad that I hodgepodge together from. These were probably hell blasters. I'm not sure. 3D printed some swords and found as many pistols as I could, or daggers. Like I really like this model because he has a sword and is throwing a knife as his ranged weapon. It's really cool. Should have made him the leader. Oh man, like definitely, you know, if it's not a shameful plug, I guess it technically is. You're shameful, Paint. Gosh, that's cool, man. Not everyone has the Discord server though. I guess I should post it. Otherwise, these guys can't see. Let me see. Let me get finished with this arm real quick, and then I'll post a link. It's gonna only stay active for like 6 hours. So it's not going to be active forever. Okay. Almost done, almost done. Backpack. Gotta mellow out the blue color. The paint didn't really stick very well. I think it was thinned down either too much or there was something going on with the spray paint. So I'm still trying out like a whole bunch of different spray paint where paint will stick to it really well. I'm gonna try Crayola, not Crayola, it might be Crayola. Maybe not Crayola, like Crypto or whatever it's called. Okay, give me a second while I grab the link here. Down to my last guy that I'm gonna try to get the Dreadnought since I have some blue left over. I've always been active. Okay. Alright, let's see. Invite people. Alright, link going down. Oh. Why did it copy hit? That's so weird. Okay, this is really strange. Let's see if this really does work. That's kind of weird. What the hell? Okay. There might be something wrong with the Discord in terms of linking. Well, let's see if it works. Yep, that's all it copies over. Hmm. There's something wrong with the link in Discord. It's not working properly. I'm guessing Discord might have made a mistake with their so I guess I can't invite anyone because the Discord link generation is not working right. Because all it says is hidden, use copy button. Yeah, yeah, it's the Discord link whenever it generates a link for people to invite. It's literally just words. No, no, no. Even when I post it anywhere else, like I copied on my notepad and stuff, it's just showing. Oh, let me double check. I'll do that on notepad real quick because that should work either way. Holy crap, there's no notepad. Let's just do a folder. Paste. Yep, it just says hidden use copy button. Yeah, so it's not working for some odd reason. I'll close Discord and relaunch it. Let me see if that will work. I can't wait to start recording some 40K games with fully painted models. Edit link, 7 days, 6 hours, generate. Nope, it's still using the same thing. I think there's something going on with mm, I can invite people in my friends group, but I can't seem to generate the proper link. Grant temporary membership. Nope, not even that. Hmm. Let's see. There's one from 7 years ago. Let me to paint ever. Heard better sci-fi ideas in a stream than anything on TV these days. This is some cool chats. Are supposed to work. Dude, there's no restriction on how the internet's supposed to work. Well, I can't invite anyone to the Discord just because Discord is not copying the link properly. It's not even showing the link, honestly. So there's not much I can really do, at least for this stream. I wonder if anyone else is having this issue. I definitely would be curious as to if anyone else would think the same thing about your story there, about the female race on one of your races, to see what they think about it. I don't know if anyone thinks about it like I do, you know. Can you show us the shield face real quick? Shield face? That means shield face. Unpainted guy. I'm assuming you mean this guy? Him? I need to paint them up too, actually. Nothing is based at the moment. But yeah, it's 3D printed head. I don't know if I have any spares. Let me see. Yeah, since you know Roman aesthetic, I wish I had some of my finished models here. I could show you a painted version of the head, but sadly I do not have the painted model with me. So that's not gonna work out. What the heck is that? Okay. Hmm. Well, I guess it's kind of a little bit better. It's the same head, so you can actually really see it. This is Ural Ventress. I don't like the paint on him, so I'm going to scrap him. The issue, um, is that resin with LA Totally Awesome will actually dissolve a little bit. I learned that the hard way with my Tau Skyray. I had the missile pods on top, and I left it in there, because it didn't damage any of the plastic models. But when I pulled out the Skyray stuff, it literally I glued them together and it literally dissolved some of the resin. What about these guys? HS, my stealth suits. The camera's having a hard time focusing on them. And the leader with the fusion blaster. Yeah, and that's the thing. I wish they had the ghost kills, because I would do a ghost kill in clear too. I do all my stealth suits in clear. As a matter of fact, they had the commanders on sale, and I bought them. But obviously, no commanders is stealth except for Shadow Sun. But maybe one day they will, and I do have them prepped and ready for stealth commanders. I still might print some out just because I want to paint them clear. I want to paint them like I did those. Man, those are wonderfully painted, aren't they? Masterfully painted. Do you like my clear painting? My problem with Forge World resin is that it costs too much. But also, it's the fact that it's clear, so they work with like stealth suits. Works with the lore, I guess. Custom clear towel sitting on Dread's shoulder, whispering heretic things. Hope to paint my Tau after my Infinity models, because Infinity will be coming up, I think New Year's, January maybe. I know people will be playing that and 40K. I have now changed the names. I'll do the last few overview once more, but again. Well, I'm glad you got some help. I mean, and made some hopefully changes that you like, and make a reasoning why you made a change, not just because I said something or someone else said something, but because the change made sense. It's not an aquatic vehicle if it's on land, although it was originally, but the military decided to retain its name due to the fact that it was a crab that's been converted to a militarized vehicle. He's quite. Actually, I need to put some of this. Not tell heretic things, cast stuff. Just messing with them. But yeah, I hope to. I need to kind of base coat one of these guys, like halfway. So I'll have. There's one guy that's not. Doesn't have both shoulder pads on him. This guy, I think. Yeah. So what I want to do with this guy is paint him like kind of like half, base coated in the bottom and clear on the top, and then paint him like he's transitioning from some stealth or going into stealth. So that's the test. That's the test. Well, this is the test model for that, and I hope I do a good job. Cadaver recovery automated barge. Cadaver Rehabilitation automated barrage. Fox. What happened to rehabilitation? Good lord, I struggle to say that. Alright. You can't rehab a cadaver. Are you sure? I think a necromancer would say otherwise. Or is that considered recycling? Combat, recycling, acclamation, battlesuit. I was hoping to finish this guy. He's getting pretty close. You can kind of really see. I've been meaning to ink those little tiny freaking etches and stuff. Actually, I need to do this back end here. Kind of mellow out the colors. Well, I think the boys in Mars Colony will say otherwise. Okay. Alright, so tomorrow I'm gonna finish up the also intercessors because I do want to run them and I do run them. And as a matter of fact, I might run them with their arms chopped off and just find a way to explain that, it's cauterized. Obviously, Space Marines have this special ability where their wounds cauterize, so that's cauterized wound. And That is a nub of a bone, cauterized. So boom, lore accuracy. So anyways, do have to call it because I do have work. So I try to stream every day around 4 to 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Try to stream for at least an hour to paint all my stuff. Again, these boys are going to be finished tomorrow, hopefully. They're going to be varnished and then based. Then after that, they'll be ready to be deployed to go to my finished pile. Let me see about this link real quick to see if I doubt anything has changed considering, but yep, still nothing's changed. Let me see. Could I refine my So nice. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up to stand down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.